Hello and welcome to this week's episode of
Advice from your besties. Whoop. You guys have a lot of questions, so
I have a lot of answers.
we will hop to it. Okay. How do you both personally boost your serotonin levels? Wow. That's the happy hormone?
Oh, is it really?
No, I'm like, is it?
Stop.
A good walk outside with my dog, especially. Or we do like our family walks in the morning. I love that.
Okay.
That's a good serotonin boost. Okay, I guess just to simplify it, any kind of movement. So working out really boosts it up for me.
Anything else?
Skiing.
Okay, so you've named all movement things.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
No, just movement.
Okay, you're a liar.
Having fun.
There we go. I don't know. Even our fucking phone calls are pretty fun. Oh, did that slip your mind?
Well, I'm like, is that like already like my serotonin is boosted or is
Not
that boosting
necessarily.
it?
I boost the shit
Okay.
out of your serotonin levels every time. Like this. And you're like, okay, all right, fine.
Okay, podcasting.
Okay,
when we
so
speak. Yeah.
I feel like, let me take this question if I could, please. Boosting serotonin. I don't get it from Instagram and I don't get it from Facebook. So I know to steer clear from that. Petting my dogs, like connecting with them first thing in the morning, especially if I take them out. I know that seems like a drag, but there's a moment like with the fresh air clicks with your brain and you're bonding with your dog if you're lucky enough to have a dog. Anyway, so there's that. Calling you, I know is going to be a great fucking time. It's going to be a good time.
That is true.
Something is going to happen and I can't wait to hear what it is.
I just never know what I'm going to say.
So there's walking for sure. And for me, dancing, but I don't think you could do that like at the drop of a hat, but like dancing is my everything. I feel like I could light up my apartment complex for a solid weekend after a dance party like last Friday. So
Yeah. Do you ever dance when you're by yourself?
not enough. I don't know.
I also find sometimes when I'm alone in the car, if I sing a lot, that's a good serotonin boosting.
Yeah, we learned that from the lady who you originally wanted the podcast with, that if you vibrated or chanted, something does something here.
The psychic?
No, the nutritionalist.
Oh, wow. I like totally forgot about that. That was a totally different podcast too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
guys, this is who she wanted.
But then we're like, no, that won't work out.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
then
doing
she's
my
like, who's my
actual
backup?
friend.
The person who will actually come get me. I'm going to do my best not to use that and like throw it in the face a lot because I was like, look, this is an epic deal, but like, let's not fucking like use that as the butt of the jokes forever.
Well, you use it until you feel like you don't want to.
More
anymore.
like, I have demonstrated my love. Like, I bleed. Like, I was like, should I get a tattoo? Should we get a tattoo?
Like, it'll be settled once I buy you something.
I think we're settled. If we're settled, I think we should get matching tattoos, though. Anyway.
We should get a So Fire tattoo.
Oh, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had to go without one of your five senses, which would it be?
Ooh.
Sight?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I would go without touch.
Good one.
Why are you choosing to go blind when you could just never feel anything?
You don't feel like
Like, you just have, like, my hands just going like this and like trying to like pick up a phone. It's like in my teeth. Because like, you know, I do nothing anyways, so I don't need to touch anything or do anything.
Okay. Excellent. I agree.
How do you set realistic goals for the new year and how to track the progress without being religious about it? You know, goals are my religion, so
Maybe I should take this one. And I'll hand it back to this one.
back to you.
Mm.
Okay, how do you set realistic goals?
Well, first of all, define what's the thing that you're looking to do, right? Like, oh my God, what's the most exciting part of, like, what could be epic, right? What would make you like, holy shit, that would be it. And then you work back from that. And what's realistic?
I think realistic is whatever you make it.
This is a stupid. No, that's
I
not
think-
stupid. I'm being
I think
funny.
when you're like saying realistic, like, oh, should I set my goals like lower so I hit them? Like, no, you should set some big ass goals because you would be surprised what you can achieve if you actually just like put it out there.
And so the first step towards achieving that big goal, maybe that's what you're thinking is realistic. You're taking steps to get to a platform, right? It's not even the ultimate destination, but it's the one that you've set your sights on. So each step is the realistic goal. So take the word goal out. It's just one step towards your desired.
And then how do you track it without being religious about it?
I don't understand what that means. The religious portion, like what are you saying?
I think like how do you make sure that you're making progress on your goals without being like, oh, I didn't like do this today, so I have to like double down on the next day.
Question, why is that a bad thing?
It's not. You know what I'm learning is that we can't always be in like hustle mode, and I definitely have like lulls of energy, and I can't like force myself to do something or work towards a goal if I don't have the energy towards it, and I think that's okay.
Hello, welcome to the rest of everybody. Oh, did you just
No, I think some people can really just like power through it all the time.
No. no, they can't. We know one person and she is an anomaly.
Yeah.
She is literally the only person. Why is it romantic to be a machine? It's not.
I think that's what's portrayed a lot to the public. When you're on
feel like there's a side to both of this. There's the
Right.
I am leading the charge of we're doing our best. It feels like it's not enough. And then you bitches who are like, we're doing it and we'll never stop. And it's like, you're like, oh, wait a minute. I need to take a breather. I need to sleep past 5. Oh, no shit. You guys have been making, you and your fonts and color schemes over there have been making me and my team feel like shit.
But now your team is what's on trend.
Because we're the real fucking deal. I'm finding we're on trend. That's because we have literally life is on trend. Fuck yeah. What the fuck? We can't fake it anymore like you guys.
So that's your answer. You know.
What's the next
Be on
question?
trend. Live your life. Have you celebrated Mardi Gras season? It's here.
Yes, and I look forward to celebrating it even more with my friend Jen Kelly, January 1st at her house at 1. So y'all are invited.
Oh, cool. Would So Fired be into doing a ski trip in 2023? Yeah. You guys, where's our hat up there?
So here.
We did found the So Fired Ski Club.
Yep.
Founding members here. Or would we, or more meetup activities for the community to connect with you?
Yes, and yes.
Yes and yes.
You want to hang with this? Oh, let's get dancing.
We've just been waiting for you guys to ask to hang out with us. So,
Look how cute this hat is now.
yeah. So, yes and yes. And what activities do you want to do? So, besides skiing, do you guys want to go hiking? Do you want to go play some pickleball? Do you want to take all of our dogs for a walk? Do we want
to possibly do anything at night?
Yeah.
Why do we have
go
to
dancing?
Seriously, because you know what? The amount of fun that I had, I look forward to sharing with my people because we could bond on a level that like everybody does yoga. Ugh, so fucking boring. There's other ways to really connect. I feel very disconnected when I'm doing yoga with people, actually.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do it together.
What activities you're interested in doing? Oh, wow. Okay. My partner doesn't like oral, and he's the first person who hasn't been interested in doing more than basic missionary. How do I slowly introduce more options to sexy time without overwhelming him? Wow.
I'm sorry. Can you put that back?
Yep.
You start with the answer. I got to reread this.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't want it.
He doesn't want. Okay,
he doesn't want a BJ. So
okay, I actually had to ask Lindsay what did they mean by oral. Okay. My partner, he's the first person who has.
Or does he not like doing it to you?
Basic,
oh, how
do I?
Wait, can you reread it so I can?
Yeah. Okay,
she's like, so I can jump in.
My partner doesn't like oral, and he's the first person who hasn't been interested in doing more than basic missionary. How do I slowly introduce more options to sussy time without overwhelming him?
It sounds like he doesn't like giving or receiving. He just wants to like stick the dick in the hole and be done with it.
Yeah. So he's just a boom, boom, boom. Bye.
I would say like they could try role play or like other kinds of foreplay that aren't necessarily related to like oral or physical, like something to get them mentally having a spicier time.
Yeah, good outfit.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Or like one of those wearable vibrators, and then like he has the remote.
Oh, yeah. So something maybe outside the box. How does that person bring it up with him?
Hey, guys, hang on. She said he's not interested in doing anything more basic than the missionary. So, like, coming at him with like a strapped on vibrator, we got to just hope that he like flips her over and does it doggy style. Like, I feel like we're getting the cart before the horse.
Maybe she just needs to take control.
Maybe there's got to be a different way to go about
Well,
it.
but I guess my thought was if they do some play with like toys, then maybe he'd be willing to try things besides missionary, because he's like, oh, things are more fun, but it's not as like scary as sticking your dick in somebody from a different, I don't know.
You know what I mean? I just feel like it's going to take a lot of baby steps, if at all.
Yeah.
Because if
That's
they're not
true.
into you, they're not into you.
Well, he's like into her. He just doesn't like to do anything else.
How do you know he's into her?
It just sounds like
He's not interested. It sounds like
I don't think it sounds like he's not interested. I think it just sounds like he's a man.
No.
Like there's so many men that are like this.
They may be like this, but these are the actions that suggest I'm not that into you.
well, or he's just been like
Or
this
he's
the whole
like-
time, and his previous partner.
Like,
really
yeah, if
into her.
he's
That's cool.
he's
Well, is that cool for
inexperienced
you?
and doesn't, I think that there could be so many more options. Like if he's inexperienced doing other things and is like nervous to do them because he's insecure.
I do. Okay. How? Okay. Let's respect all opinions,
They
right?
need to get like
I think. Okay.
to
So
get the conversation going though is like the hard part.
especially where you should start is the conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just saying, okay, for a second. I know we called the truce on that, but like having experienced it one way and knowing, okay, forget it. I'm not even going to get into it because I take it back. Just cut that. Okay. Having a difficult conversation can be a huge turn on
Mm-hmm.
if it's well landed and brings you together. So if it's done well and in a safe space where it's like, hey, just tell me about this so I can respect and like I want to do what's right for you and so you feel comfortable. Can we talk about this? You know, it's a little and like find a sexy time to talk about it actually. When you have this conversation
Yeah.
naked, you'd be surprised how far you might get.
That's true.
Because you're 100%
That's so true.
oops, the daisy, 100% vulnerable. And it's like, hey, I'm not coming at you with anything. There's like we don't even have to be like, you could be side on side and not like so confrontational with the staring down at a restaurant.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah.
And
that
then-
would be
and then,
not a
like-
good time to bring it up.
At the end of the day, though, the thing is, whether he's into her or not, if this is all he's comfortable doing, then she's got to respect that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You can't introduce what doesn't want an introduction.
And like it
And
could
that's
just
exactly what I
be that they're not sexually compatible, too.
Yep. Then I guess if that's like a really big deal, it's time to cut the cord.
It certainly is an aspect that should be considered.
Mhm.
Because in the absence of not having it, I didn't realize to what extent I didn't have the full relationship that I valued.
I
Yeah.
think a good
Right,
time to
that-
have that conversation could be like when you're showering together or something.
Something where you're both very
Yeah,
vulnerable.
yeah.
100%. I would agree with that. I just don't like that intense. The waitress comes over. Would you like something to drink? And then you got to
You're
stop and
like,
start. I think that's
yeah,
just
no.
the worst idea. Don't do it then. Don't do it. when-
Don't do it that.
Don't do it when there's lights, like bright lights on or anything, and where everyone is just a little more chill. Like, don't do it when you're hungry. Don't
Yeah.
fucking-
And I think that they want to please you. So like
Do
freaking
they?
out- Yeah.
Who?
Your partner.
You are assuming the partner wants to please. I do
mean-
not feel like my roommate ever, ever,
Most I would say
ever,
most
ever.
people
No,
would
you
like to.
cannot say most. If you're lucky, someone wants to.
Okay.
You just have the benefit of being in a relationship. I didn't realize I was in a relationship that did not care until I got into a relationship that realized it like what I thought
Yeah,
mattered.
but they care. Mhm.
That's like last week when you said you can't really identify with the feelings that I'm experiencing. I said, so time out, you're doing that again. Like, what? Everybody wants to please you sexually. And I'm like,
Some people relate to you and some people relate to me.
I think you should celebrate those that aren't you.
I hear you.
You try harder.
I'm
Okay,
trying.
all right, what's another question?
Okay, that's it.
What?
We have time.
Just one more.
Okay, these are supposed to be short episodes.
Ew.
This is a stupid question.
Okay, so go to a good one.
How do you feel about New Year's Eve historically? For me, it's always been the most disappointing night out. So much pressure to have fun, and it always flops.
Ooh, I love this. I'm so glad we're gonna continue on with this one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I don't put a lot of pressure on it, but my New Year's Eve, I've done like going out to the bars and getting blackout. I've done like chilling at a friend's house and then skiing the next morning. I've done like absolutely nothing. So I've like done the whole range of things, and it is kind of like going out. Like the last time I went out and I got really
Okay,
drunk,
what was
it
the
was
question?
like it was good, but it is kind of like overrated a little bit when
Oh my god.
it is just another night out, but it's super fun. So I don't know, make the most of it.
I just think it should be take out the New Year's Eve thing. What is something that would be fun to you to do?
Yeah.
Do you want to go to a neat yoga class with glow sticks? That sounds cool. Do you want to kick it at home and watch TV? Fuck yeah, dude. Or do you want to go dancing because you just happen to like dancing and what a great night to go dancing? Like we should stop with this pressure to do things just to do things. I mean, otherwise all millennials would like New Year's Eve, right? Because it's like we love doing
We
all
love
the
experiences.
So it's okay. Just like it's okay to normalize the people who are real. We can stop we can stop putting that pressure on ourselves and just be like, did you do something that will have a positive impression on your morning on the 1st?
Boom. That's it. Ta-da. Okay, so before we go, this episode is brought to you by So Fired Swag and merch. Look at the So Fired hat. So when we go to our first ski club meetup, you guys should definitely visit sofiredpod.com, shop the merch, get yourself your beanie, so then when we all go skiing, we can all be matchy-matchy. Right. And then there's a code SOFIRED10 for 10% off your first purchase. And that's it. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.